What's up, everybody? It's Stewart from Finish Line Factory. David from Finish Line Factory over there. We are at Prestige Imports Miami, and we're going for this little event over here, man.
Yeah, today is Exotics and Espresso. Hold on, I got the pick out. I'm picking
Gotta
my
pick,
hair
gotta
out.
pick the fro out, man. Gotta pick the fro out.
So I got a haircut.
Ladies love the fro.
Oh, ladies love the fro. So I got a haircut a couple days ago, and it's a little bit shorter. I told the barber, hey, cut off an inch, you know, because it was getting a little wild. And she left me with an inch. So, I mean, it still looks good. I still kind of like it, but whatever. So, we're about to cross the street, or crossing US 1. Let's move now because it's kind of...
Yeah, it's a little dead.
Yeah. And, yeah, we're going to have some fun. So, let's go check it out. Stewart, I see you found the Aston lineup.
So, Virage, a DBS.
A Virage, really?
Yeah. I haven't seen too many of these, actually. It was supposed to be Aston's kind of like entry model, like just above the Vantage to get into their V12 tours. But you never see too many of them because at the price point when they were new, you know, you might as well have hopped into a DB9.
Pretty much.
But this was intended
Speaking
to
of
be
which,
like,
DBS.
This was intended to be like, okay, so you know how the DB9's like the tour, and then the DBS is like, okay, let's take the DB9 and move it up a notch, you know, go more towards the sports tour side of it. That was meant to be like a softer DBS, which is why I didn't think it kind of fit in their lineup. But I liked how it looked, because that was when they went from the DB9 kind of styling, when they brought along the new kind of styling cues where you can see it in the headlights. That's where they brought that in, was the Virage.
Here we got a V12 Vantage Volante. Holy shit.
So, is this... No, it's not a manual. Damn.
The convertible setup looks really good.
So this is my dad's dream car.
V12 Vantage Volante?
Manual.
Ah.
This is what he said, if I win the lottery, I'm getting a V12 Vantage S Volante with a manual. So this is actually a really, really clean spec, too. It's got the contrasting stitching. Wow. And the bonnet vents, and this was an interesting option. You could either have these in carbon fiber or in body color. Funny enough, the body color ones are the option.
Really?
The carbon is standard.
Oh, nice.
So, I mean, me personally, I would have had them in body color.
Yeah, of course.
You know, but a Volante, you put the top down and you can hear it.
Beautiful
Hear the V12.
Can you put an exhaust in this V12?
Oh.
What else we got? We got a 458 Italia with the black roof option.
Wrapped.
Is it wrapped?
Yes, it is. Look, you can see the wrinkles in the wrap from the sun shrinking it.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And this is a really cool spec with the split color.
Far away though, it looks almost factory.
It does,
Very good
actually.
wrap.
I like the split color seats.
Oh, I like that.
The black with the red centers and the contrasting stitching. I like that. That's an interesting spec.
Super soft.
This is what I want. A 430.
A 430 Spider?
Yes.
Okay.
This is one of...
And they're fairly reliable. I think the only issues with them are the F1 transmission and the fuel pump.
I'd be finding a manual if I'm going for an F430 Spider.
Well,
This
you
is...
just do the manual conversion on an F1.
This is what I think is, you know, and I might be wrong here, but it's my opinion, you know. I think everybody, you know, is entitled to an opinion. I think this is the last really pretty Ferrari. You know, like how we look at like the 360, 430, 458, 488. The F8 Tributo is very pretty.
I don't like it.
I like it. I think it looks cool.
The rear end looks really weird.
This, as
Like,
a
it
whole
looks
package,
really weird.
is, I think this was the last really pretty Ferrari. Don't get me wrong, that's cool looking, but it's not pretty.
Yeah, it looks more. It's almost like a Gundam, you know. It looks a little more.
Which is cool. I mean, it's a cool looking car.
It doesn't look Italian. It doesn't have like Italian style.
But this is the last pretty Ferrari, I think. The 812 Superfast is very pretty, don't get me wrong, but this is gorgeous.
This is the last pretty Ferrari of the 2000s era.
I'll give you that. I just like the mirrors with 430 in the mirror.
That's cool. I like that.
And this is an F1 transmission car. Good call on that.
Hey, you know what? I think the newer F1 transmissions aren't as bad as the 360s and 355s.
Here's the only problem.
Got it right.
The only problem with the F430.
What's that?
Plastic rear window.
Oh, come on. Really?
I'm gonna have look. If I have one of these,
glass window in my Miata.
if I'm having one of these, the top's gonna be down most of the time.
I mean, yeah, but still, like, come on, like,
Because I want to
look at that. It's disgusting.
put a 2B exhaust on it and just let it eat.
Yeah, right.
Let it eat.
This thing you like? A Liberty Walk M4 and a Liberty Walk GTR.
Look at those big old Bossons on it.
Look at that
Little
shit.
3P Bossons. Shout out to my boy Diego. He works for Boston. He's really, really cool. He's got a super
Shout out
pretty
to Job.
GSF. I love it. He's taken my approach to getting the license plate on
Hey,
there.
that's smart. Look at that.
Oh my god.
So he cut out where the
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. So he cut out where the
Yes.
license plate was, put exhaust there, and just raised the license plate up here, and it's zip tied in place.
Who did
Dude,
these?
that is awesome. And here we have an M4.
Very pretty M4.
Oh yes. You know, Kato will do a Liberty Walk body kit on any car as long as you pay him. Ooh, I hear a V12. Yeah, as long as you pay him 30 grand, he'll do it for any car. You wanna
Well,
do it on
I
your-
mean, shit.
I asked him like, hey, can you do for my Mustang? And he's like, sure, yeah, pay me 30 grand. I was like, oh,
Well,
but
shit,
he'll
you
do
look
it.
at
He'll
like,
do it. It's art.
You look at like Akira Nakai at RWB. You know, I mean, when you buy a body kit from him, you're paying for his flight and his hotel and his food
His cigarettes.
and his cigarettes when he comes to town because
yeah.
he has to come and install your body kit.
In addition to whatever the cost for the installation.
Yeah,
So I hear some
I hear some hooliganry.
hooligan. Hey, it's Betty. Betty's down there with the new 720S. All right, where's Stewart? There he is. All right, so Stewart, I don't think you've ever been inside of Prestige Imports, have you?
A very long time ago when my dad was looking at Porsches.
Oh well,
I believe.
let's check out Prestige Imports. This is basically Stewart's first time in a long time.
Wow.
Right? Check this out. Full carbon Pagani Huayra. I mean, I know we've seen it like a bunch of times, but
I haven't seen Brett's car in person.
here's Brett's car.
Wow. That's
Oh, you've never seen it before?
jeez.
It's nice, isn't it?
You know what?
Very, very like, it has a very bold style in person,
Here's
you know?
my thing with Pagani.
What's that?
There is a difference between a good-looking car, a great-looking car, a really awesome-looking car, and a beautiful car. I don't think the Huayra is beautiful. I think it is an awesome-looking car,
Yeah.
but I don't think it's beautiful. I hear a lot of people say it's a beautiful car, and I think people are getting they're getting the terminology messed up.
Right?
The Zonda is a beautiful car. The Zonda is gorgeous. I don't think the Huayra is gorgeous. I think the Huayra is incredibly good looking
Yeah.
in the way that a Huracan or an Aventador is incredibly good looking. I don't think they're beautiful. You know?
I think it depends on the spec.
Even on the spec, I mean, the BC Roadster.
I think it's a beautiful car.
The BC Roadster is like bordering on beautiful.
There's-
Purely for the way they executed.
Well, the
how they
BC
removed
Roadster, the
top.
BC Roadster isn't out yet, but
Well, we've seen the
Huayra-
renderings.
There's a Huayra Roadster right here. Oh, we've seen renderings? I haven't seen them.
Yeah, they put photos out already.
Oh, I guess I missed it. But
There's a ton of photos
This
coming from
white car
company.
right here is a Huayra Roadster.
I
know?
don't think that's all the way there yet. That's
what
the thing.
What's missing? What do you think it needs? I think it's good to go.
I
as
think
it is.
if you look at a regular Huayra,
Yeah.
I think the front end's too tall.
Okay,
It's
so-
too. So let's
So here
get
we've got a regular Huayra.
yeah, let's get a good reference.
Okay, you know what? The full carbon Huayras are. I don't think they look bad. The problem is that when it's full carbon, the carbon fiber kind of camouflages and hides the lines of the car. So let's look at this yellow.
If you look at like,
Let's look at this yellow Huayra right here.
see, here's my thing. I feel like, you know, and I know they were trying to go for a low overhang on the car to keep drivability there.
Yeah.
But I feel like what they did at the same time, in order to get everything up there and to accommodate the space for the struts for the arrow on the front of the car,
Yeah.
they made the front end a bit too tall and a bit too chubby.
I mean, it's pretty low as it is. I don't know what you're talking about.
I know. I feel like it's a bit too tall. Although, you know what? I've never seen a Huayra in person. I've seen them in photos.
Yeah, I think,
and they always look
once you give it some like a really good look, I think you'll change your mind because it's extremely low.
They look
like this
they
isn't
look
even
good to me.
like it's lower than my knee. You know?
They look weird in photos. In person, they look a considerable bit better. But it's not all the way there for me. The guys who build these cars and who sell them and who buy them are all amazing people with an incredible passion for the industry and a passion for art in moving form. Me personally, I feel like the car's over-designed a little bit. That's not discounting its looks. It's a great-looking car. I mean, it is fantastic. I've never seen anything that looks like this before. And that's how it should be done. You should have a fresh design. If you make everything look like a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or a McLaren or, you know, an Alfa Romeo, it gets boring. This is what I want.
You want a Zonda?
I want a Zonda. I'll take a Zonda over a Huayra any day. Is this a manual? Yes, it is.
But they have a lot of common elements. I mean, the only thing I don't like about the Huayra, if you get one without the Tempesta package and you don't get that lip nut right there,
And it
does
looks
look
short.
No, it looks like the front end is like, it looks like there was just like this empty space right here because this is dark, it's carbon fiber.
Negative space is the word you're looking at. Where there could be space, where there could be something, there isn't.
Yeah, it's called empty space.
Negative space.
It's the same thing, Stewart.
Listen.
The problem is that if you don't get it with the Tempesta package, you don't get that lip, and it just feels like there's something significant missing there, you know? Like, it just looks like there's this weird shape down here, and that I don't like. But once you get the Tempesta package, which I mean you should.
It does fill out the front a little bit, and it looks significantly better.
Yeah, like every single Huayra here has the Tempesta package. I don't see a single Huayra on the entire property without the Tempesta package. So if you're going to do it, you're going to get the splitter.
Did you notice it's got a carbon fiber wrapped license plate up front?
Huh. There's a carbon fiber wrap license plate.
That's probably like, you know, like when you see in car commercials, the license plate is always painted body color.
Yeah.
I think that's what that might be.
That's kind of cool.
A manufacturer's
plate.
plate.
This is not a Florida registered car, I think. Like if you look around here, I think it's actually registered in Paraguay.
I think this is one of the Zondas that was built with carbotanium, wasn't it?
I don't know. This is a Zonda F. There you go, see?
Yeah, it's a Paraguay registered car. Okay.
Moving on.
650S.
650S. It's okay.
I hate you.
Like it's, I don't know. It's okay.
What, the 650S?
It's okay.
I like the 650S.
I don't not like it. It's okay.
I like that they tried to incorporate their logo into every little design aspect that they could, like the door pulls and the headlights are McLaren logos.
Everything is McLaren.
I like that, you know. And this was only technically their second road car.
Okay, this is really a MP412C with a new body kit.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It's not the same. It's not a different car though.
What? It's a slightly different chassis, but it's the same tub, isn't it?
I think literally all they changed was the front end, and you know, maybe revise the suspension a little, maybe change the tune a little bit, but it's ultimately the same car. You can actually take the body panels from a 650S. I mean, McLaren doesn't want you. McLaren doesn't want you to. Yeah, it bolts right on. It's the same chassis. I mean, McLaren doesn't want you to know that because reasons. McLaren said, "Oh no, you can't do that. They won't bolt up," and sure enough, everything just bolts right on. So whatever.
David,
What?
there's a Barchetta down there.
Yeah, there is.
The Ferrari 550 Barchetta is the car that I would buy, no questions asked, if I had $150,000.
Want to go see it?
Absolutely. Let's walk down the row first and cover everything in here first.
Sure.
I haven't seen a 720S Spider in person yet.
You did. That was Betty's car.
Betty's car, but I haven't actually gotten to walk around without a million people standing around it yet.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And this is like the spec that I want to do, too. Except I want the exterior McLaren orange, because that is the only color I believe should go on a McLaren.
How about this
Speciale
458
Aperta.
Speciale Aperta?
It's like I said before, I think the 488 looks cool. Or no, this is a 458.
Yeah, it's a 458.
Oh, I thought it was a 488.
Yeah, there is no 488 Speciale Aperta.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
What are you smoking? I mean, if anything, it would be the Pista Aperta if they do that. You know, this is like a $600,000 or $700,000 car.
And this spec, yeah.
Yeah, very, very rare.
I
got the red racing seats.
I like these. I like the Speciale Apertas. I really do. You know, I actually was looking at this car on Auto Trader the other day. Or not this car. I was looking at a similar car, actually. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
This car looks so weird when the top is on, though.
Yeah, but you never put the if I owned this thing, I would never put the top on it.
Well, what if it's raining?
It would come out when the weather's right and it's
What if
nice
it's raining,
and sunny,
though?
and I wanna-
Well, yeah, but what if it's raining?
pull in somewhere and wait for it to stop.
Yeah, but what if it's going to rain for a long time?
Well, then, yeah, I guess put the top on and...
Or what if it's like way too sunny? It's like it's too hot. I want to drive around.
You're just nitpicking now, because you don't like me to have dreams.
Yeah, but what if it's way too hot?
Shut up.
What if it's snowing?
And we live in Florida.
Well, yeah, but what if it starts snowing? What if the apocalypse comes?
If it starts snowing in Florida, I will actually eat every single pair of shoes that I own.
Yeah, but what if like the apocalypse is here, and Florida hasn't been destroyed, but now it's snowing in Florida, and I want to drive my 550 Barchetta around? You know what then? I want to put the top up, and I don't want to look ugly while the top is up. Like, what the hell? This is Brett David's father's 190 SL.
Wow. Last time I saw one of
Irv
these.
David.
Last time I saw one of these was at the RM auction in Fort Lauderdale, and I think the car went for something like $690 or $710, something like that. Wow. All original? Looks to
I don't
be.
know. It may have been like restored.
Looks to be all original, actually. Man. I like the small little things. Mercedes logo on the fuel filler cap. And you got to think that they didn't have CNC machines back then.
Nope.
You had to cast that, and then somebody had to physically mold that.
I mean, it
into
could have
a
been stamped.
cast.
It could have been stamped.
No, they're way too thick for them to be stamped. You would need like a fucking 5,000 or 10,000 pound forge to stamp something like that
I
out.
don't know how it works.
I mean, that's incredible.
Very early there on.
What's interesting is when they did the wheels on this car, you see how the face of the wheel is kind of shaped a little odd coming up towards the bead?
Yeah?
Well, you know why the wheels are actually shaped like this, right?
No.
They're supposed to be reminiscent of the Bugatti Type 35 alloys.
Oh.
They're supposed to look like the alloy wheels that were put on Type 35 Grand Prix cars.
I see.
So it's a heritage thing, because this was their first road car since the EB110. They wanted to come back with a bang,
There you go.
you know?
All right. Well, now that we're cooled off, let's head outside. All right. So what do we got outside? We got a AMG GTR in Green Hell Magno.
My neighbor has one of these, actually.
So we got a 570S. We got Betty's 720S Spider. MP412C. Doors up. 600 LT.
599 HGT.
Really? What's an HGT?
So it was a suspension package for the 599. Suspension, brakes, wheels, and a little more power, I think.
Oh, cool.
They're super rare. They're almost as rare as manual 599s.
Really?
Yep.
That's cool. So we've got here a Porsche
Turbo S cab.
Turbo S cab.
991.1.
488.
M2.
There's a BMW M2 right here. And check this out. Roof 911 Turbo R. So, Stewart.
Probably a $700,000, $800,000 car.
You think so?
Yes. Because normal Turbo S's are going for
Yeah.
that 600 now.
Life's rough. So, tell us about the Turbo R, Stewart.
So, roof, I think his name is Alois or Alois. Alois Roof was a Porsche tuner, just to cover the basics. Basically worked in suspension, cosmetic, and engine work. So that's all a Turbo R is. It's cosmetic, suspension, wheels, engine work. I think these are 550 or 600, somewhere around there, but they're super rare.
All right, let's see some of these cars leaving. Oh, is that? Hey, Stewart, an SVJ is leaving.
Nice. So you can catch them on the way out.
Hey, flat black GTR rolling in. Got the big APR wing in the back. Hey, Stewart, check out that Mustang. I know it's a Camaro. I was fucking with you. It's clearly worked.
GTI drivers, only the best.
Of course. Alright guys, me and Stu, we're gonna go head out and get some lunch. Where should we get some lunch, man? What do you think?
I don't know.
Something cheap, tasty?
Yeah.
But not like too cheap, because then it's like everybody does tasty.
I don't know, something. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out, but we're gonna close the vlog out here, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya.
Peace.
Bye. Be sure to check out Finish Line Factory. We got all kinds of cool stuff. We got fittings, hoses, weld bungs, stuff.
We got
adapters.
stuff.
We got stuff.
And if
Heat
anybody's
protection.
interested in wholesale accounts, give us a ring. We do have dealer pricing accounts that we sell for shops. And
Yep. I have hired Stewart. He is my salesman now. So technically, so you were my friend before, but now I'm paying you. So you are
I'm
now
contractually obligated to be your friend.
Does this mean I'm paying to have friends now?
Yes.
So on that bombshell.